Shalom. First and foremost, say Kalayim Layel Bashim Yahshem Bashim Kadash. I'm honest with the elders and the apostles of great millstone to be met. Good Lord as well. We'll move the camera a little bit more over here somewhere. As far as the people way.
It only happens over certain. What was it again? I think you were saying. Into some of the scriptures, you know, get in, get out, as usual, you know, just miserable on the way here, didn't get a chance to really sit down. Trains were completely packed, which is ridiculous. It's usually empty when I come out here, you know, at such an odd hour. But it is what it is. Let's put this sign down on this. Okay, so it's the book of Isaiah. Ezekiel, chapter 33, verse 8.
The person I was calling was Elijah and this wasn't called. Ezekiel 33:1. Again the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon the land, the people of the coast, take the men of the coast and set them for their watchmen. And when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet, and when the people, whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet, and taketh not warning, and the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. He heard the sound of the trumpet, and took not warning, his blood shall be upon him. He that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. Right? So we're doing, we're spiritually blowing that trumpet, right? In the spirit. We don't need to have no loud trumpet blaring or anything like that, right? Because we just come out here and be in the news, you know? That's what they get into, you know, Russia and North Korea trying to pack recently, right? Moving ever closer to World War III, moving ever closer to America getting nuked, right? I don't like the feeling of being smothered in between people, man. There we go, that's better. The feeling of being smothered in between people, the feeling of being too smothered close to people, right? But the watchman, verse 6, but the watchman see a sword come and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, the sword come and take away any person from among them, he's taking away his iniquity, his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. Right? So we are the watchmen, the spiritual watchmen. We're out here to warn our people. These so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, hey, this thing is popping down, right? Things are popping off around the globe, you know? There was a blackout in Ecuador. I believe it only came off like a couple hours. It wasn't like a, like a permanent shutdown. That's coming later on. We can have a complete utter shutdown of the government, that stuff is gonna happen when people's trouble. And we see complete fall of the system, But we go into it. I have a little bit of this is not an article, but it's more of like a little textbook I found on different nuclear agreements. I want to go into how, the Lord said what's going to happen is going to happen, no matter what. Right? Verse 7, so thou, O son of man, hast to do washment to the house of Israel. Therefore thou shalt hit the word at my mouth and warn them from me. And saying to the wicked man, thou shalt surely die. Thou speaks to warn the wicked from his way, that wicked man shall die his iniquity. This boy would I require at thy hand. Nevertheless, the Lord and the wicked, and when the wicked turn from it, if you do not turn from his way, to die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. Right? And that's what it's all about, right? Trying to deliver our soul. Well, it's talked about that the last camp I was at, is that, this truth, it was worse than the mafia. At least in the mafia, you kind of do crime and whatever, and that's it. With this, you stick everything on the line. Your soul is on the line. But not in the way you're thinking that you're like going to be erased or something. Like people making these comic books, right? That's what your doctrine is. It's really a comic book script, but it depends whether or not you'll go into the kingdom or not. It's way more important than the mafia. The mafia, you just do your shit, you go to jail and you die, or you don't die, or whatever. This, is different. Over here, it's the book of 2 Peter, we quote this one from 2 Peter 1:10. Wherefore rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure, and do these things you shall never exercise it from the top. Right? These things will be pushed out. Right? Verse 3, 2 Peter 1:3, according to divine power given us to all things to continue to life and godliness, the knowledge of him that calls to glory and virtue. Right? Virtue just means living a life and making actions on a higher level of morality. That's what this world lacks. It lacks morality, lacks justice, temperance. It's going to go into everything that, we're about to read in this chapter that, Peter tells us, also Peter tells us to do, and tells us to have qualities, he tells us to gain and add to ourselves. These are the exact qualities that are actually missing from this world as a whole. Verse 4, whereby are given unto us exceeding great and precious promises, that by these you might be partakers of divine nature and escape the corruption that is in the world of lust. Besides this, giving all diligence, add to faith virtue, and to virtue knowledge, and to knowledge temperance, and to patience godliness, and to godliness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness charity. And these things being new and abound, it should make you should never be barren of the knowledge of the Lord thou shalt march out. And that's what the thing is, man. I'm not going to be barren in this truth, man. Because if you like that, like it says in Revelations, Yahweh is just going to spew you out of his mouth. You don't want to be hot, no cold. Book of Revelation 3:14. It's the angel which is allowed to see us, right? The things of the Amen, which was so be it. The faithful and true witness, beginning of the creation of the Most High, right? I knew thy works, thou art neither cold nor hot. I would that thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm, neither cold nor hot, will spew thee, out of my mouth. Right? And that's what we don't want. We don't want to be spewed out of each other's mouth. We don't want to be spewed out of this ministry. Right? Many men have been spewed out of this ministry. You know, all this took them to the chopping block, right? Whether they were, more about money, and wanting to, be a star in this world. Many men have been removed from this truth. I heard the brothers talk about it, in person. They say, hey man, a lot of brothers, they'll talk about it, it wasn't the secret. But a lot of men, they'll fall out and say, man, I'm just tired of being broke. There's nothing to achieve here in this society. You're gonna make money, get a house, get an apartment, which your house is ridiculous, you don't even make any more money off the house. If you really wanted to make money, you buy an apartment and just, sell off parts of the land, sell off parts of the rooms or whatever, be a tenant, right? But the house, in my opinion, is not really worth it. There's different things you can kind of go with that argument, right? But there's nothing to gain here, right? Verse 9, but he that lacketh these things is blind, casting far off, he hath forgotten that he's purged from his old sins. Right? Absolutely. He's blind. But this, before I get back to my original point, Revelation, Romans chapter 11, verse, just so it's the point, let's see, verse 5, let's see, verse 3, Lord, you have killed thy prophets and dig down thy altars, and I left alone, to seek my life. The Lord said, the answer of the Most High to him, I have reserved for myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to Baal. Right? Even so then, at this present time, also there is a remnant according to the election of grace. We're going on to that grace. And even to the same time, man, there's an election according to grace. That what that means, man, is that it's not through works of the law. We're not perfect on this side, we're limited by these fleshly bodies that we're in. All the way back to the garden. Our lives were cut short because of sin, our original sin. Basically, the reason why we're in this position. Hold on, my phone's on bedtime mode. So usually I'm getting ready to go to sleep by this time. It's off. Yeah, I'm not gonna turn off this yet. Verse 9, I was back, right? Verse 6, if by grace there is no more works, otherwise grace is no more grace, if your works no more grace, otherwise work is no more work, right? You know what that means? But then Israel have not attained that which is secret for, but the election have attained it, and the rest were blinded. So everyone else in this world besides the elect is blind to this truth. And that's why when they see us, they laugh, they snicker, so go get a job, and we got 2 jobs. Many of us have 2 jobs. Some of us, probably some of us, they got 3 jobs, probably work on the weekends or something else, Maybe they work a 3rd job, early in the morning, they got a side hustle, suffice to say, it's good to talk about, made a spectacle unto angels and unto men, People, they see us as garbage, man, lower than dirt. Our people are already seen as low. Then because we come out here and push this truth, we're seen even worse, right? This gospel is foolishness to the world, In the wisdom of this world is foolishness to the Most High. It's according as it is written, Most High have given, God has given them the spirit of slumber, eyes they should not see, ears they should not hear until this day. Right? That's what it is. We'll really put a block on them to keep them, in their headspace. talking about, the Lord has chosen their delusions, you know. Look at 2 Peter 1 and 9. You're lacking these things, right? Which you already talked about. You know, virtue, knowledge, temperance. These are very basic things, right? Patience, right? Verse 10, verse 9, but you're lacking these things is blind, and I say far off. You have forgotten these persons old sins, right? Like we always go into the book of Ecclesiasticus, 2nd chapter. It tells us, you know, pull not away, you know, from the Most High, right? Our, right? Because since you could be better off at your latter end, right? Because we all go through it, you know, suffering, the pain, the torment. And this truth is difficult in a way that nothing else is difficult, right? Like lifting weights is difficult, right? But you know, you could be pinned under a weight over and over and over again. And typically, you know, you do a couple other things, you know, eventually you can move, right? And why is it? Go ahead. Look at this. The brothers went into this with me. And the thing is, that's crazy. That I've gone into this so many times. But when I was going through it, man, I wasn't thinking in a spiritual sense. I was like, oh fuck, here we go again. Right? Which that's not the way you want to be. You're always gonna remain spiritual. Right? So you're just not caught, you know, out there just without defense. Let's look of Ephesians chapter 6. Over here, verse 10, verse 11, from the whole armor of God, which made resist against the wiles of the devil. Right, wiles meaning cunning hearts. That's how the devil, you know, these demons will come at you, you know. It also means Esau as well. You know, Esau works your left hand anyway. These demons, man, they'll come at you in different ways. They'll come at you through your family. Come at you when you're going to bed, you know, you're in your room, you're thinking that, oh, this is my happy space. A lot of us think about being that happy space, you know. It's a safe space. You know, they attack even that, man. You know. Verse 12, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rules of darkness, this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Right? So we don't go fight a physical battle. You know, it shows will have you know, the demons, you know, physical or whatever, you can fight them by, you know, taking a sword or a knife or something, and, you know, fight demons that way. It's a spiritual battle, right? Where you're gonna battle, right? Is, you know, this book, man. You know, it's really, you know, you being tested. You gotta understand that. You gotta pray. You know, if you have to fast, you have to fast. You know, you have to do what you have to do. You know? Because, you know, as we just read, in 2 Peter 1:10, with further valor, brethren, the diligence to make a calling and election sure, for the demons things should never fall. So entry shall be ministered unto you abundantly into the everlasting kingdom of our Lord and Savior, and our God. That's what we're fighting for. And that's why we come out here week in and week out, you know, when it's cold, you know, when it's hot, you know, when we're tired, you know, emphasis on the tired, because I'm fucking exhausted, you know. Let's finish the shift at work, you know, went home, did a bunch of random bullshit which I shouldn't have done, you know, but it is what it is. And I got here. Yeah, actually just open up to his spirit, man. Psalm 74, verse 22, advise, O God, to thy own cause. Remember how the foolish man reports his deed daily. Forget not the voice of thine enemy, the tumult of those that were against thee. Continue. Okay, right. Psalm 74, 23, forget not the voice of thine enemies, the tumult of those that rise up against thee, increases continually. Right? Our enemies is everyone who's not here on this side. Right? 7 nations. Right? Right? As well as our own people who, you know, follow the heathen ways. It's 2/3. Or the church of disobedience. And that's what's talked about. Right? In Ephesians chapter 5, verse 5. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 3, fornication, uncleanness, and covetousness, let it not be once named among you, as become of saints. Right? Fornication, adultery, uncleanness, covetousness, right? Spiritual adultery, literal adultery. These things are not to be named among us. These things are not, we're not supposed to have a reputation for these things, man. You know, but these other camps, shit, they got more than a reputation. They do that shit. You know, that shit's going on. You know, I know brothers have heard word. You know, we've seen things that were secret. People were exposed for things like an IUIC, I believe. Maybe it was ICBK, or maybe it was whatever the shit. I don't call it shit, but it's still moving. And he's doing the right thing in some regards. He's teach the people, right? But you know, it's a box thing. You know, him, you know, he's out there, man. That goes back years. It's like camps, they're known for adultery. Like you hear GMS, you don't be saying GMS be committing adultery. You know, GMS, man, they be having to, you know, make shit up. Say that all brothers are pedophiles. So, ain't no brother in GMS a pedophile, you know. I've been around them brothers, so I've seen them brothers face to face. I know a pedophile when I see them. Okay, and they ain't no pedophiles. Alright? Alright? So in Ephesians chapter 5, verse 4, neither filthiness nor foolish talking nor jesting, which are not convenient, rather giving thanks. For this you know that no whoremonger, no person, no covetous man, no idolater, hath any inheritance in the kingdom, that shall not shut the kingdom is high. Right? The bad things are pushed out to our people. Right? If you're going to make it to the kingdom, and you have to be, you know, in a righteous headspace. In sort of headspace, man. You can't be just thinking and doing your own thing out here, man. You gotta follow the order. Alright? Verse 6. When a man see you being worse because of these things, come with the wrath of God upon the children of disobedience. Be not ye therefore partakers with them. Alright? So that's what we always preach. We always preach, you know, separation. Now, we're not all supposed to be, you know, buddy together with everybody. And that's these other Israelite camps pick up. You know, why don't you guys have unity camps? And why don't y'all come out to the cookout? You know, because what they're really trying to do is true extension of you know, the bullshit that we're doing in the world, man. They don't want to give anything up. It's part of having a living sacrifice, being a living sacrifice. You're supposed to give up all that worldly stuff. Oh man, yo, let's just put our doctrines aside. Let's just hang out. And that's not, you know, a saintly way of God. You're supposed to be separate, right? Verse 8, because sometimes doctrine now you're in the light of the Lord, or the light of the Lord, walk as children of the light, right? So we're not supposed to be, you know, stuck following darkness, man. You know, be like, yo, this is like camps, just doing whatever. You guys make cookouts and say, you know, anyone pop up. It's ridiculous. Right? Look out. You know, I think I might switch gears a little bit. And go into a little bit of something that I've been looking into while I was reading this while I was in the training. You know, couldn't wait to get off that goddamn train. wicked. Found this from a textbook. Nuclear non-proliferation treaties. I really want to talk about the SALT agreements. That was the main thing that I was looking into. But there's what is it? START is, I think, the most recent one. So we can go into those.
And we had issues with that because they were
So I may actually skip down. So it's book not book of this is Nuclear Matters Handbook 2020. And this is this might be chapter 12. Chapter 12, nuclear treaties. So, pretty much has a list of treaties. We go here.
Well, of course. Of course not.
Go here. So this is on the New START treaties. It's negotiations for a new follow-up agreement. The START treaty began in May 2009. Alright. The SETA treaty on measures for the further reduction and limitation of strategic defensive arms, known as the New START treaty, was signed by Barack Obama, President Dmitry Medvedev, Prague, Czech Republic on April 8, 2010. On the New START treaty, the United States and Russia agreed to significantly reduce strategic arms in 7 years from 2011. The date the treaty entered into force, according to the treaty's party acts for to reach and determine restriction of some strategic forces with the aggregate limits of the treaty. The aggregate limits set to the treaty are, we're not going to it, just a limit of how many missiles they can have. It's the same thing, it's talked about. The treaty has a verification regime that includes some elements of the START treaty, with new elements tailored to limitations of the New START treaty. Measures under the treaty include on-site inspections of expeditions, data exchange notifications related to strategic defensive arms, facilities covered by the treaty, and provisions to facilitate the use of national technical means for treaty monitoring. The treaty also provides for the exchange of telemetry to increase confidence and transparency. On February 3rd, 2021, the United States extended the New START treaty with the Russian Federation for 5 years. Right? This is what's going on, right? It's been a series, long story short, it's been a series of treaties and agreements between the United States and Russia over the years, right? And at the end of the day, right, World War III is an inevitability. The scholars, researchers will come out and say, hey, World War III is going to happen, right? So, just wanted to bring this out as a reminder now. This might be Isaiah 33. Unless I don't know. Yep, no, I don't know. The book of Isaiah 55, 8, Exodus verse 7. People Isaiah 55, that's in verse 6. Isaiah 55 and 6. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him when he is near. Right? It's the time to call upon the Lord, man. You know, and how you gonna get to the Lord, man? You gotta come out here to the brotherhood, man. You know, learn who you are, you know, and seek him. You know, seek him while he is near. Right? When the evil times don't come nigh, right? Like it talks about Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter, while the evil times are not nigh. Seek him now. You know? Verse 7, let the wicked forsake his way, and the righteous man his thoughts. Let him return to the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him, to our God, and he will abundantly pardon. Right? So forsake your way, man. Forsake the actions that you've taken in this world. They were talking about that. It was actually prophesied that we would be like that, man. You know, you would take our idols and you would throw them away as menstruous rags. Imagine if you saw a temple on the ground, you'd be horrified at that, right? That's the same way we look at that false image of what we call Jesus. It's like we have Borgia. And we look at that as trash, right? Verse 9, as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, my thoughts than your thoughts. Right? The Lord's thoughts are way higher than ours, man. He's playing chess on a higher level than any human being could ever understand. You know, even us as servants, we can't fully comprehend, you know, every single thought and action of the Most High, man. You know, we can't fully comprehend it. He's above us. So basically, you know, we have all these treaties and agreements and things that are going down. When World War III pops off, all the treaties are going to be null and void. All these things that they signed onto, which they did do, the United States and Russia, they did do this. Basically, whenever the United States has to remake and upgrade its missile system, they have to get rid of other things, you know, which, you know, who knows, they actually are getting rid of the missiles and really following, you know, the start of units, you know, only time will tell, right? But Scripture says, man, the Lord's going to bring that hook to Gog and Magog's jaws, bring them out into World War III. So there's nothing these Americans, there's nothing these people out here can do to stop it. World War III is coming, you know, it'll be here, you know, after Jacob's trouble. After the financial collapse comes, you know, after the food starts running out, we deal with nationwide famines, you know, more pestilence, more diseases start coming. That's going to be the end of that. So, as always, when you say, go and edified, and I'm going to go do the race. Shalom.